Many of the season's questions were addressed in the Star Trek Picard Season 3 finale, although it is still unknown what will become of the rebel changelings who infiltrated Starfleet. By the end of Picard Season 3, the Borg had established themselves as the main danger, although the changelings were actually responsible for the attempted Borg conquest. In their original state, the shape-shifting lifeforms, which were a component of the Great Link, resided as a liquid in the Gamma Quadrant. The Founders, a clan of changelings who appeared throughout Star Trek Deep Space Nine, aspired to establish their authority over the whole galaxy. This faction, known as the Dominion, served as the main enemy in the Dominion War of Star Trek. The Federation would obviously take the danger of a changeling invasion seriously following a conflict as terrible as the Dominion War. The changelings in Star Trek Picard could now replicate human internal systems as a result of research done by a Section 31 scientist, enabling them to get past Starfleet sensors and infiltrate the highest ranks of Starfleet. By the end of Picard Season 3, Starfleet had figured out how to spot these upgraded changelings and had started expelling them from the organization. The fate of these changelings following their discovery was not made clear in Picard Season 3. The changelings served as the third season's primary opponents until the final few episodes, when the Borg took center stage. While the season story was effectively served by this, many doubts remained regarding the changelings still hiding out in Starfleet. The series finale makes clear that Admiral Beverly Crusher, the new director of Starfleet Medical, created technology to find and apprehend the masked changelings, but it doesn't say what happened to them after that. One scenario is that they were all detained somewhere, possibly to be questioned by Starfleet personnel. Indefinite confinement may not be the ideal option, though, given that the changelings' original state is a liquid. These changelings were a dissident organization who split off from the Great Link following the Dominion War. According to Star Trek Picard Season 3, Starfleet had the option of sending these dissident changelings back to the Great Link, leaving the situation in the hands of the other changelings. Even so, it does not completely exclude the potential that these dissident changelings will return or try to influence others in the Great Link. Whether or not the changelings snatched from Starfleet have reconstituted since the annihilation of their Borg allies is unknown, as is whether or not they still pose a serious threat. The answers to these queries regarding these advanced Star Trek changelings and their future goals ought to appear in a forthcoming work, like the hotly speculated Star Trek Legacy. Should the changelings in Star Trek Legacy still be villains? The fate of the renegade changelings is still a mystery, and they could yet pose a serious threat. There is no way for Starfleet to determine the precise number of changelings who have infiltrated the organization, and once Starfleet starts gathering them up, some will probably run. Given all the unanswered questions, it would make sense for Star Trek Legacy to expand on the changelings' backstory. Both Star Trek Deep Space Nine and Star Trek Picard Season 3 featured the changelings as a dangerous antagonist. Since the Dominion War, they have generally kept to themselves. A virus used by Starfleet to finish the Dominion War nearly wiped out the changelings, a war crime that many changelings still hold dear. They would remain the main antagonists for Star Trek Legacy, because to this desire for vengeance, especially in light of their failure at Frontier Day, and the writers would have an opportunity to address any unresolved issues from Star Trek Picard. In the section below, kindly let us know what you think. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it, and would want to receive updates with other breakdowns like this. We appreciate you giving us your time and interest, and we hope to see you soon.